So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. Two yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And
now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know that.
Well, he's into the clear. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Najee Harris. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that in the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Or do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's caught. Touchdown. George Pickens. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lumberjacks are back within a score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
108 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Now a first down carry for Harris. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Darnell Washington.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lumberjacks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuwebunam. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it.
And this will be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Back to the air with Richardson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about...
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Will Anderson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here is third and quite a ways.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw.
And yards, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On third down, here's Walker. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Here's Austin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle. 2nd and 10. Here's another carry for Harris. There he goes, left side. Najee Harris. And touchdown. Najee Harris, as the first half is winding down. And the Lumberjacks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
2nd and 6.
Off play action, Richardson.
And this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground to get it. And he loses the football a second time.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator of the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And quickly, they get to the line.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good. 4A.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go, here we go! Ready?
2nd down, here's Richardson. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. Touchdown! Jackson Smith and Jigba.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Thunderbirds are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And this is going to be returned from mid.
And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from... And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Thunderbirds have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this
possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On play action, here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Harris running straight ahead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they run with Harris off the option. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Now a 3rd and 6. From midfield, here's Tua. He finds Hopkins complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. We'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That is caught. And all the way in for the touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lumberjacks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 139 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Richardson. Flush to his right. And he's got a man here, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Now it's Richardson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. They run again with Harris. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Tua sets up to pass it. Fires the outright and completes it to Harris. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Caught left side, Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Lumberjacks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
In it to win it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Out right to Smith and Jigba. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Richardson looking to throw this. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. They've got his man complete. It's a big play there on 3rd down. And even 60 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's Richardson to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 10 yards out. And the Thunderbirds are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
They'll run again with Harris. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They run with Harris, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Play action, now it's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
tackle just shy of the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
On 2nd down, Tua. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Throwing Tua.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Now Richardson is going to keep it running right.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Anthony Richardson.
31 yards.
And the Thunderbirds add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker with an extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Inside the 20, Najee Harris.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
Tua.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here is 3rd down and 4.
They run again with Walker. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do.